Hello everybody, Shadow SP here, coming back to Granblue Fantasy. This is my second take at this video, because my first take, I needed to pause and do a side story. Because we did not have the right kind of main hand for what I was looking to do. But yeah, we're going to do some progression. Hopefully we're going to succeed at what we're trying to do, so I'll feel like my time in the side storylines was justified. But we're going to talk about this and do this quest in Inchoate world. Now, this quest is probably the most important quest. Now, outside of the main story, if you're being pedantic about it. But I think this is probably the most important quest in the game. And we can examine it, right? It doesn't have a crystal reward, right? Most of these free quests will show you crystals. You complete this, you get 50 crystals. You can see most raids, same thing. This one comes with the reward of Unlock Arcarum. What is Arcarum? We don't know right now. It's mysterious. But it unlocks something, and we like to unlock things. Yeah. And we can see this kind of logo here, Arcarum, the world beyond. So there's some stuff here. Now we can also see, and I want to talk about this real quick. This star marker here with this 20 in it. It's kind of a gauge of how difficult the free quest or the quest is supposed to be. Right? It's been on the main quest the whole time, by the way, just so we know. It's also on side quests. Basically, it's on every single player quest in the like permanent quest collection. It doesn't show up on raids, right? It's not on Colossus Omega Showdown. We don't see a star value here, so we don't have a way of really judging how difficult those are, other than looking at stats and stuff that we would have on the wiki. But we do have the way of judging this, right? It's 20, so it should be less difficult than a Maniac Showdown, which we have cleared one, so theoretically we're in good shape. And that star value, by the way, is referring to this. So this is our power, and it assigns a star value based on your power. Now this power is kind of based on the total numbers of your grid, so it's not really the most relevant statistic, but it does have some applications, right? This power value is representative of your base stats more than anything. And so we have a 20. So according to this, with the party I'm currently on, we should be strong enough to fight in Inchoate world. Now, as for why I needed to do a side story, I did some waffling in the last take, and we're gonna play on Wind because Wind is our strongest team. It's our strongest team, our strongest grid. Basically, we love Wind because Wind is powerful. But I'm not gonna play on Hawkeye, and I'm not gonna play on Holy Saber. I want to play on Dark Fencer, but I did not have a Wind main hand that is Saber or Dagger, so I needed to clear a side story to get one. So basically, right now, I'm going to copy this team. Give me 1 second there. There we go. Sorry, I had to click off something. Alright, so we copied the team. I'm gonna come over here to the team that's copied, switch class. We're gonna bring up Holy Saber. Not Holy Saber, Dark Fencer. I'm just dumb. Alright, I believe that the play here is that we bring Dark Fencer with Clarity. I know that this boss inflicts debuffs. And we have a... well, excuse me. We do have a cleanse on this unit, right? But it has a 7-turn cooldown. So I think, yeah. So the whole reason that I needed to stop the last video was so I could go get this sword. This sword's not even good, but I needed a sword in general. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and go into classes and swap this over to clarity, because a 7-turn cooldown is not good enough. Having 1 on 4 and 1 on 7 should be able to keep up with the debuff that gets inflicted. I mean, we'll see. If there's a problem, we can adjust. Alright, so grid-wise. So this is an occasion where we do not want the Seraphic weapon, because the Inchoate World Quest is a neutral enemy. It's the first one that we'll be able to see in this game. So we want to replace this with a weapon that's going to increase our damage. Now comes the question of which is a better increase to damage. And I think at this point we're still looking at the raw numbers, more than the skill level 2 that's on the Varus. So we're just going to equip the harp. Alright, and we have... do we have normal modifier attack up? No. So I think having 2 normal modifier weapons is fine. I don't think there's anything else we can do on the summon slots that's really relevant. What was this again? Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, our summons are kind of not very good. Alright. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and look at our SR characters that are in our backline. Think about who we want here. So Aster gives a defense debuff, wind damage, attack debuff, wind damage, and a full dodge. But dodge isn't very good against this boss because it has plane damage. We really haven't talked about plane damage at all, but it is going to hurt. Because plane damage is basically impossible to mitigate. So Aster's defense skill doesn't really do anything. This guy has a little bit more that we would be interested in. His passive skill is worthless, but he's got a blind and multi-attack down, so that could be useful. Something that's worth noting about Inchoate World is it is immune to gravity. So we can't just cheese through it with gravity and delays. Delays are useful. That's why we're on Dark Fencer. But the cheese does not work. Okay. So I think that's fine. So one of these other SR is going to be better. So this one has a clarity, like a debuff removal, but its other skills aren't particularly strong. It'd be better. This skill's the fly high skill's better if the enemy deals earth damage 100% of the time, but this Inchoate World deals random element damage of the tender elements, so that's not going to be very good. And Arisa might be better. Aster, yeah, I think that's probably true.
よろしくね。
I'm gonna swap these two. We're definitely gonna stick with the front line that we have. I think, if I'm being perfectly honest, the optimal order is this one. Because I'd like Kokoro to be able to charge attack as often as possible, so if Suzuka's charged up and she's not, she gets a bonus from his. I think we'll work with this. Let me think a second. I mean, I've got options. If this doesn't work, we can try to play on light. Because we do have options in light also that would be useful. And Pekarine sub all could be good for some of the triggers that come up. Okay. Let's give it a shot. See what happens. Hold on, let me clear this real quick. I'm basically whenever I'm at my computer, I've got, and I have EV, I'm joining raids. It's not that hard to do. Just kind of click the button, and if you if one shows up, just activate auto before you go in. Okay. So yeah, if we were playing Water Europa, it would be 100% what we were looking for, but we're not. We could bring Kaguya, but then our damage is going to be bad. We could bring Kirin, which gives us a skill reset, which could be good, but I don't think our skills are valuable enough for that. Lucifer is forbidden, so we're not going to use that. Promsa gives a boost to HP, which is not great, but it could be okay. Grimnir's Call isn't the best, but we can use it to block some damage, some of the normal damage. Yeah, I think we'll just go with Grimnir, see what happens. Alright, there is a story here. I'm gonna skip it. It's not relevant to the main story. Alright. Okay. Entry trigger, entropy. We have just the solution for that. That's why we brought it. Because of that debuff wormhole, which inflicts a different debuff after it finishes debuffing. It's not a huge issue. What does this do again? Refresh effect. If you don't mind the refresh effect, it should keep us relatively safe. We have the synergy battery skills. And we'll use this just to show. When it shows up resist like that, it means that the enemy's immune. It's immune to gravity. We'll just have to deal with that. Alright, we'll substitute immediately because we want to get Suzaku lower on HP. Theoretically, his substitute should come back before we need it again. Or it might not, depending on how fast this goes. We're gonna run into the 75% trigger pretty soon. We're gonna go ahead and charge attack here. We want to push it into the 75% trigger. Actually, we're gonna wait 1% charge back. So we can try to. Alright, well that's fine. That is more or less what we wanted. As much as it doesn't look good. Alright, so what happened there is the 75% trigger, which casts a skill that deals max damage percent plain damage. So even if we had Grimnir equipped, that wouldn't be good. We should probably just summon Grimnir for the extra damage. Gonna activate hostility up on, so that they can take auto attack, essentially. And we'll charge attack here, which we should hit the 50% trigger, which probably is fine. Suzuka hits really hard when he's got the gift. So we're in pretty good shape, honestly. Genesis is playing damage. Okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. We're doing just fine. Just fine. Skip the 25 and hit straight into the set your HP to 1 for 30. It does inflict that debuff, right? We can kind of mouse over it. 2 turns later, we get a different debuff. But I'm not interested. Alright. Didn't feel like it was worth much, but I guarantee you, this quest was a lot harder when I originally did it. Really wasn't worth too much waffling, but I'm glad that I did go get that sword, because Dark Fencer is definitely the right pick here. Just in case, if our team was weaker, we would have had more. We would have had to spend more turns. It has something resembling the same amount of HP as the Yggdrasil boss, Yggdrasil Omega, that is. So it's around that difficulty, I'd say. And I mean, Yggdrasil is a pretty easy raid, so we're good. All right. So we have beaten Inchoate World. No, don't care. Don't talk to me. Alright. Well, short enough video, but ultimately, we accomplished our goal. Next video should be one about Arcarum, because we have just unlocked it. Without further ado then, this has been Shadow SP, signing off.